So in proportions, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, so this is written as A divided by B is equal to C divided by D. So then this will become AD is equal to BC. So this is how you will write. So first it should be written in the fraction, then do the cross multiplication, so then it will become as proportion. So if AB is equal to CD, will become A is to C or D is to B, or it will become B is to C or D is to A. So here you have few types, that is alternando, invertendo, componendo and dividendo, and both componendo and dividendo. If A is to B is equal to C is to D, then if it is to be altered, so you have to alter. So what has to be altered? In the place of B you will write C, and in the place of C you have to write B. So A is to C and B is to C. This is called altertendo. Invertendo. So in the place of A is to B you have to write as B is to D. In the place of C is to D you have to write as D is to C. This is called as invertendo. Componendo means A plus B is to B is equal to C plus D is equal to D. So when two terms which is being compounded, so it is being added. When it is being dividendo, A minus B is to B is equal to C minus D is to D. So when both componendo and dividendo is being asked, A plus B is to A minus B is equal to C plus D is to C minus D. So when A is to B is equal to C is to D, so this is how alternando, invertendo, componendo, dividendo is been found out. Here are some few problems to find out what is proportion and how to find out the other proportional factors. If it is been asked to find out the fourth proportional to 6, 8 and 9, so let the fourth proportional be taken as x. So 6 is to 8 is to 9 is to x. So it is been written as 6 by 8 is equal to 9 by x. So do the cross multiplication. 6x is equal to 8 into 9. So x is equal to 8 into 9 by 6 will become as 12. So this is how you have to find out when fourth proportional value is being asked. So here you have to find out the mean proportional. Mean proportional means the B and C value will not be given. So both has to be taken as x. So this A and this is called as D. So A into D is equal to B into C. So 16 is equal to x square. X is equal to plus or minus root 16 as x is equal to plus or minus 4. So the mean proportional value of the number is 4. So find the third proportional to 12 and 16. So whenever you are finding this third proportional, you have to be quite careful. So 12 is to 16 is to 16 is to x. So what you are supposed to do is 12 into x is equal to 16 into 16. So x is equal to 16 into 16 by 12, where your x value will be 64 divided by 3. So this is how you will find out for the third proportional value too. What number must be subtracted from 9, 11, 15 and 19 so that the difference will be proportional? So if a common difference has to be find out, so there are the numbers where you have to subtract from the x. So if the number is being taken as x, so 9 minus x is to 11 minus x is to 15 minus x is to 19 minus x. So now what you will do, this is called as A, next one B, C and D. A divided by B is equal to C divided by D. So 9 minus x divided by 11 minus x is equal to 15 minus x divided by 19 minus x. Now cross multiply 9 minus x into 19 minus x is equal to 15 minus x into 11 minus x. So when you cross multiply, so if you multiply these values, you will get the values as x and values as variables. So once you multiply, you will get the remaining values, that is the x value. X value will become 3. So how you have to multiply is 9 into 19, then 9 into minus x, then minus x into 19, then minus x into minus x. So this is how you will get 171 minus 9x minus 19x plus x square. In the same way you should do this also. X square will get cancelled. So then RHS value is been taken to LHS and LHS value is been taken to RHS. However you can take. So but you have to make sure you want to find out the x value. So here values are taken separately and x values are taken separately. So once it is been taken, so you will get the value of x is equal to 6 by 2, x is equal to 3. Next question, if 15 toys cost rupees 234, what do 35 toys cost? So you don't know how much it will cost, so the cost of 35 toys will be taken as x. If 15 toys is taking rupees 234, obviously 35 toys would be taking more than that, so it is a direct proportion. So you will write as 15 is to 35 and 234 is to x. So 15 into x is equal to 35 into 234. So x is equal to 234 into 35 divided by 15. X is equal to 546. Next, so here it is to be understood that 35 toys is taking 546 rupees to for overall cost. If 10 horses can plow 12 acres of land in 15 days, how many horses will be required to plow 72 acres in 5 days? So you don't know what is the horse value, so here you have 3 information. So take this horse as x. You have 10 horses, 12 acres and 15 days. So you have to find out how many horses are required for 72 acres and 5 days. So always whenever you have these type of problems, so wherever you have x, that is horses, you have x here, so what has to be found, that has to be compared between next other. So this horses and acres has to be compared first. So you have 10 horses, so keeping 10 horses into consideration, you can plow 12 acres. In the same way, for 72 acres, you require more horses. So this will be taken in direct proportion, horses and acres. Now compare horses into days. So for keeping 10 horses into consideration, you can plow within 15 days. But if you have only 5 days, you require more horses. That means here it is an increasing trend, here it is been decreasing. That means more horse but less days. So this is called as an inverse proportion. So what you are supposed to do is, whichever is direct, take it directly. That is, you have direct here, so 10 divided by x is equal to 12 divided by 72 into, so this is an inverse proportion, so take it as 5 divided by 15. So if both are more, then it is called as direct. If everything is less, then it is called as direct. But if it is more and one is less, then you have to go with inverse proportion. So 10 divided by x is equal to 12 by 72 into 5 by 15. So now cross multiply, 10 into 72 into 15 is equal to x into 12 into 5. So you will get 10,800 is equal to 60x. So x is equal to 180. That means you require 180 horses to plow 72 acres in 5 days. Next problem. If 24 men can do a job in 45 days, so 24 men in 45 days, how many days will it take for 36 men to complete the same? So 24 men require 45 days, 36 men require how many days? So obviously think properly. If men force is more, so within less days you can complete the work. That means here people are more but days are less, so this is called as an inverse. So 24 divided by 36 is equal to, so this is been written inversely, that is x divided by 45. So then cross multiply, you will get 30 days. So having 36 men, you can complete the work within 30 days. If the wages of 6 men for 15 days is 2100, so 6 men 15 days, you require 2100 rupees. In the same way, find the wages for 9 men within 12 days, but what is the amount? So here you should be quite careful. So here what is been happening, you have 6 men, you have 15 days, so you have to compare men and rupees. Having 6 men, you are giving 2100 rupees. So here you have 9 men, that means workforce has been increased, so you have to pay more, that is more men, more wages. So here for 15 days you are paying rupees 2100. For 15 days you are paying rupees 2100. So once again here for 12 days you will pay more, you will pay less wages. When compared to 15 days you are paying rupees 2100, so for 12 days the wages will be less. So here more people more wages, here less days less wages. So what you will do is everything is in direct proportion. 2100 by x is equal to 6 by 9 into 15 by 12. So directly you cross multiply 2100 into 9 into 12 is equal to 6 into 15 into x. So you will get 2,26,800 is equal to 90x. X is equal to 2,26,800 divided by 90. Your amount will be 2520. So if 9 men work for 12 days, so their wages will be 2520. So this is how you have to solve here. Next problem. A can do 1/4 of the work in 5 days. So within 5 days he will complete 1/4 of the work. B can do 1/3 of the same work within 10 days. So within 10 days he will complete 1/3. Find the number of days in which both working together will complete the work. So if A and B work together, you have to find out within how many days they will complete the work. So for 5 days, if A is working 1/4, so for 1 day, how much he is working? So for 1 day of work, this is been taken as 5 into 4 days, that is 20 days. So 1/4 of the work will be completed in 5 days. So this 1/4 is taken as 4. So that is 5 into 4 will become 20. So here 20 days is the what A can do the work. So here totally 1 day's work of A is 1/20. So this is the total work which is done by A, that is 5 into 4. So it will become 20 days, but the 1 day work of A is 1 divided by 20. In the same way, B can do 1/3 of the work in 10 days. So 10 into 3 will become 30 days. So B's one work is 30 days, but 1 day work is 1 divided by 30. So finally adding both A plus B, A plus B's 1 day work you have to add. 1 day is, so 1 divided by 20 plus 1 divided by 30. If you take LCM it will become 60. So 5 divided by 60 is equal to 1 divided by 12. So if both A plus B, if they are working together, they will take 12 days to complete the whole work. So A plus B's 1 day's work is 1 divided by 12. So when it comes for overall, that is together, it will become 12 days. So this fraction will go. So be careful here. So 1/4 is the overall work. A's one total work is 5 into 4, 20 days. If A is working, he will take 20 days, but his 1 day work is 1 divided by 20. In the same way, B's overall work is 1/3, but if he takes, he will take 30 days. So his 1 day work is 1 divided by 30. If you add both, you will get to know the 1 day's work, that is 1 complete day. So then totally within 12 days, they will complete the whole work. A alone can do a piece of work in 12 days. So here be careful, what they are telling is A alone can do a piece of work, while B can do it in 20 days. A works alone for 4 days and B joins him. How long will they take to finish the remaining work? So here his overall work is 12 days. His 1 day work is 1 divided by 12. So B's work is 20 days. His 1 day work is 1 divided by 20. So A plus B's 1 day work is 1 divided by 12 plus 1/12 plus 1/20, which will become 2/15 after taking LCM. So here what they are telling, so for few days A was only working, so A's 1 day work was 1 divided by 12. So he worked for 4 days A. So 4 into 1/12 will become 4/12, that is 1 divided by 3. So 1 complete work is being taken as 1. So 1 minus 1/3 will become 2/3. So within 4 days A has completed 1/3 of the work. So the remaining work is 2/3. So then B will also join to complete the 2/3 of the work. So A plus B can do 1 work. So adding together this people, that is A plus B can do one work in 15 by 2. Always when you are taking the total work within one day work, so whatever is there, take this as inverse. So here you have 2 by 15, so this has been taken as 15 by 2, just the inverse value, so be careful. So here one day work can do the overall work is 15 by 2, the one day work is taken as 2 by 15. So A plus B can do 2/3 of the work, so now they have to complete 2/3 of the work, that is 2 by 3 into 15 by 2. So they will take 5 days to complete the remaining work, that is 2/3 of the work by A and B. So this is what you have to identify. Next problem. 16 men or 28 men can do a work in 40 days. In how many days will 24 men and 14 women complete the same work? So here 16 men or 28 women they are asking. So 16 men is equal to 28 women, that is 1 men is equal to 28 divided by 16, where 1 man is equal to 7/4 of the women. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಗೆ 7/4 of the women is being taken into consideration. In the same way 24 men they are telling, that is 24 men is equal to 14 women. So here they are asking in how many days will 24 men and 14 women complete the same work. So totally you have 24 and men and 14 women. So here they have told 1 man is equal to 7/4 of the woman. So that is why 24 into 7/4, that is in the place of 14 women they have taken 7 by 4. So to convert it for men, so totally how much you will get is 42, that is 24 men is equal to 42 women. So that is what they are telling. So 24 men equals 42 women. So 1 man is equal to 7/4 of the women. So 24 into 7 by 4 will become 24 men is equal to 42 women. So now you take the number of days be x. So if 16 men or 28 women they are working, it will come for 40 days. Then if 24 men and 14 women are working, so you have to find out how many number of days. So totally now you had how much you are having. So here you have calculated for 24 men it is 42 women. So 24 in the place of 24 men you will write 42 plus 14 is equal to 56 women. So here 56 women is to x, you have to identify this way. So here totally you have 56 only if women is taken into consideration. Why? Because we have converted, you can't be having both men and women. So here it is either 16 men or 28 women. So that is why here 28 women, here 56 women, here totally 40 days, and here you have x. What they are telling is if 28 women is completing the work in 40 days, so for 56 women in how many days will they complete the work? So obviously more workforce means the days will be less. So when women is been increasing, more women, days will become decrease. So this is why this is called as an inverse proportion. So 28 divided by 56 is equal to x by 40, or else if you write 56 divided by 28, then you have to write as 40 by x. So this is easier method. So this you write in direct way, this you write in inverse way, that is x divided by 40. Now cross multiply, you will get x is equal to 20 days. So if 24 men and 14 women if they are working, that is this thing, they can complete the work in 20 days. So here be careful, here we have both men and women, so that both men and women has been converted for women itself. Why? Because 1 man is equal to 7 by 4 of the women's. Totally for 24 men it is being called as 42 women. So totally already 14 women were there, so 42 plus 14 has become 56 women. So this is quite working what you have to do here. So this is quite important. Next, 2 men and 4 boys can do a work in 33 days. Then 3 men and 5 boys can do the same work in 24 days. How long shall 5 men and 2 boys take to finish it? So here you have some more information. So in 33 days, a work done by 2 men and 4 days. So if they take 33 days within 1 day, to complete the same work in 1 day, what it can be done, it is 33 into 2 where you require 66 men, 33 into 4 where you require 132 boys. So in 33 days, if a work is done by 2 men and 4 days, if 2 men and 4 boys take 33 days to complete a work, so within 1 day you have to complete what you are supposed to do. You require man force and boys more. So 33 into 2 where you require 66 men, and 33 into 4 where you require 132 boys. If you have 66 men and 132 boys, you can complete the same work within 1 day. In the same way, similarly, if you have 3 men and 5 boys, you can do the work within 24 days. So for 1 day, how you can complete? 24 into 3 where you require 72 men, 24 into 5 where you require 120 boys. If you have 72 men and 120 boys, you can complete the work within 24 within 1 day. So this is how you have multiplied. So now you got information, that is 66 men plus 132 boys is equal to 72 men plus 120 boys. Next, 132 minus 120, whichever is there in RHS, bring to LHS. 72 minus 66. Totally you have 12 boys is equal to 6 men. So 12 divided by 6 you do. Then you will get to know 2 boys is equal to 1 man. So 1 man is being taken as 2 boys after your calculation. Now you have to calculate 5 men and 2 boys. So if these people, how many days they will take to do the overall work. So this 5 men and 2 boys. So 1 man is equal to 2 boys. So 5 into 2 and plus 2 is equal to, totally you require 12 boys. So once again, you take any one into comparison. That is, you take either 2 men and 4 boys, or you take 3 men and 5 boys. So whenever you have these type of problems, this is how you have to calculate. So here I have taken 2 men and 4 boys. So take any one into comparison. So here I have taken 2 men and 4 boys. So 2 into 2, why is it 2? 1 man is equal to 2 boys. Totally here you have 2 men. So totally 2. So here it will become 2 boys. So why? Because you have only 1 man. So 2 into 2 plus 4 is equal to 8 boys. So totally you have 12 boys, 8 boys. If you have 8 boys, you can complete the same work within 33 days. Why? Because for this they have given an information that you can complete the work in 33 days. Once again, if you have 12 boys, now you have to find out within how many days you will complete the work. So here once again it's very simple. If you have 8 boys, if you are finishing the work in 33, so if you have 12 boys, boys are getting increased but days will become less. If you have more boys, then the days will become less. So then this is called as inverse. When both are increasing, then it is called as direct proportion. When one is increasing and one is decreasing, then it is called as inverse. 8 divided by 12 is equal to x divided by 33. So now cross multiply. 33 into 8 is equal to 12 into x. So you will get x is equal to 22 days. So this 12 boys, they will complete the work within 22 days, or else this 5 men and 2 boys will take 22 days to complete the whole work. A contractor undertake to do a piece of work in 60 days and employs 300 men. But after 40 days, he finds that only 3/5 of the work has been completed. How many extra men has to be engaged so that the work may be finished in time? So after 40 days, only 3/5 of the work was completed. If the total work was 1, so you now find out the remaining work. So in the one overall work, 1 minus 3/5 is equal to, you will be having 2/5. So the remaining days, how much you are having? Totally you was having 60 days. Within 60 days, so after 40 days, they had completed 3/5 of the work. So 60 minus 40 will become 20 days. Only 20 days were remaining, and finally 2/5 of the work was remaining to complete within the 20 days. So here you had 3/5 of the people, you had 40 days, and you had 300 people. In the same way, the remaining work was 2/5 of the work which was remaining, but you had only 20 days, and you have to find out how many men were required. So now compare whenever you have anything as x. So this whole men has to be compared between days and as well as one more whatever is been having. So this is our comparison is been done. So first take 3/5 and 300 men. So to complete 3/5 of the work, you require 300 people. To complete 3/5 of the work, you require 300 people. In the same way, to complete the remaining work, that is 2/5 of the work, how many people you are required with? So here what is been happening is, you have less work and less men. So to complete 3/5 of the work, you require 300 men. In the same way, to complete 2/5 of the work, you don't require 300 men. You can complete within very less people. So this is being called as direct proportion. So the 3/5, 2/5, that is this work and men is being compared. So this is called direct proportion. Why? Because both are becoming less itself. So when both are decreasing, it is called as direction. Or either if 2 should increase or 2 should decrease. If one increase and one decrease, it will become inverse. So here it is 40 days. So within 40 days, 300 men required to complete the work. So to complete within 20 days, you require more men. So for 40 days, you require 300 people, but to complete within 20 days, you require more people. So here you have 40 days, but to complete the work, here you have 300 people. So in the same way, if days are getting less, but you require more, because when days are decreasing, you require more people to complete the work. So that is why this is being called as inverse. Why? Because one is becoming less and one is becoming more. So now x divided by 300. Why? Because that is an inverse. So remaining is direct. So 2 divided by 5 divided by 3 by 5 into 40 into 40 divided by 20. So here these two are direct. So whichever is direct, you are taking as common. So here we are taking as x divided by 300. So you have to find out the remaining is equal to. So as you have taken x divided by 300, so this can be taken as 2 by 5 divided by 3 by 5. Why? Because this is also direct. So this is the only portion which is inverse. So what you will do, here you have 40 and 20. So directly you can take as 40 by 20. Or else you can write this as 300 divided by x is equal to 3 by 5 divided by 2 by 5 into 20 divided by 40. You can write even in this way also, you will get the same answer. So if these two and these two values, if they are taken directly as 3 by 5 divided by 2 by 5, 300 by x, then this has to get inversed. So here what we have done is, we have taken as 2 by 5 divided by 3 by 5 and x divided by 300. So remaining is what you will take this as directly 40 divided by 20. So whenever there is a direct proportion, so direct proportion means always the two things what you are comparing for direct, both should be taken as same. Only the one factor which will come as inverse, so that should be taken in the opposite manner of direct, that is in the indirect way. So here you will get 2 by 3 into 4 by 2. So here finally you will get x by 300 into 4 divided by 3. So cross multiply, 3x is equal to 1200, x is equal to 400 men. So finally you require 400 men to require the whole work to finish. So finally 300 men were already there. 400 minus 300 will become 100 men. So the extra men who are engaged to do the work is totally 100 people.